education provide you full of knowledge, experiences and entertainment. Then why not subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon and you never have to go anywhere. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.
First of all, I would like to tell you that in business studies there are all total 12 chapters. So I am going to take you chapter 1, that is nature and significance of management. Now, first of all, you should know that what is management. If we say generally what is management, management means managing different activities and completing the activities on time, effectively and efficiently. Now, if we go traditionally management means getting things done by others. That means, see, in an organization there are lots of people who are working. Now, it is very important to decide the activities of those people. The manager is the head person who is managing all the activities. This person decides who will do what. That means who will do what work, what activity. And this is the job of the manager to see that things done by others. That is what is said here. Traditionally, management means getting things done by others. According to modern view, if we say, management covers wide range of business related activities. Traditionally, simply management was getting things done by others. In modern view, it includes lots of things. Say, modern thinkers say or they view management as a process. That means management is known or it is called a process. Why it is called process? Because there are lots of functions which are included in management, which you will get later on. Secondly, management is an activity. It is called activity. Why? Because it is an activity which has to be done by the people. The manager gets the work done by other people. This is an activity. Management is called a discipline. Management is also called a discipline. Very importantly, discipline. Then it is an effort to coordinate, control and direct the individual efforts to group efforts for attaining the predetermined goal of the organization. Now here some points you will find that, see, every organization has their goals. Even we individual people also have our goals. And what is our focus? To get the goal achieved. We want to achieve the goal. Okay, right? Like this, every organization has their goals and their main focus is to achieve the goal. But it is not possible for a single person, for an individual to achieve the goal. That is why lots of people are required and lots of activities are divided in them so that the goal is achieved. Okay? Then see, management is essential for all organizations. Whether it is big, it is small, it is a profit making, it is a non-profit making, it is a kind of service or it is a kind of manufacturing. Okay, clear? That means management is important, it is essential for all types of organizations, whatever you are seeing around you, whatever is there available around us. Okay? The person who manages is known as a manager. Okay? That means, see, say the person, everyone cannot manage. Remember this. Only one person is there who is managing all the activities and that person is called the manager. The basic job of a manager is what? Is the effective and efficient utilization of physical, financial and human resources to achieve organizational objectives. Now, how the organizational objectives will be achieved? First, what you need? You need human resource, the manpower, the labor force, the workforce. Clear? Second, what you need? You need the physical resources, the raw materials, the machineries, whatever is required. Clear? Then financial. Without finance you cannot do anything, right? For everything you need finance. So financial. Now what is the job of the manager? The job of the manager is effective and efficient utilization. Effective means completing the task on time. Okay? Effective means completing the task on time. And what is the meaning of efficient? Efficient means efficiency. What is efficiency? Efficiency is without wastage. You are using the resources. There should not be any wastage. There should be proper, best utilization of all the resources. What resources? Every kind of physical, financial, human resource. Okay? What is the focus? The focus is to achieve the organizational objectives. Okay? Then comes successful organizations do not achieve their goals by chance. Okay? That means whatever organization you see, you will find some are very successful, some are less successful, some are, you can say, they are not making success. So we are talking about the successful, the most successful, or the commonly you find successful. Okay? Successful organizations do not achieve their goals by chance, but by following a deliberate process called management. Now what is the meaning of deliberate? Deliberate means all of a sudden it is not done. Okay? Deliberate means there is a proper, systematic, organized way of doing it. Clear? That means management is a very deliberate process. There is a proper system for its execution. It is not done haphazardly. Okay? Management consists of a series of interrelated functions that are performed by all managers. Okay? Management is a process or discipline or an activity, whatever you say, but it consists of a series of interrelated functions that are performed by all the managers. Okay? For example, managers have to plan the objective of the firm, okay, organize resources to achieve that objectives, recruit and select employees who can implement these objectives, giving directions, communicating and motivating these employees to achieve objectives effectively and efficiently, and ultimately checking whether everything is going as per plan or not. In this particular definition, there is lots of things which is discussed here. I will be explaining these points, okay, precisely in next audio clip. Now come to the concept. Management is the process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling the enterprise resources. Okay, see here again, management is the process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling what? The enterprise resources. Okay, that means the enterprise's resources. The resources which belongs to the enterprise efficiently and effectively. The basic work of the manager. Remember, just I taught you the thing that the basic job of a manager is what? To get the work done efficiently and effectively. That is what is said here. For achieving what? The goals of the organization. Okay. Now, what can we conclude from this all explanation? That management is the art of getting things done through others efficiently and effectively. Okay. I hope you have all understood. If you find any difficulty, don't hesitate to ask me. Thank you, students. Discuss about the definitions of management. Here I have given you the two definitions given by two famous persons of management. I would like to introduce them first. The first one I gave from F.W. Taylor and the second is Henry Fayol. Now, who is F.W. Taylor and who is Henry Fayol? You will get details in chapter 2, Principles of Management. In chapter 2, we will get the principles of management given by these two famous management thinker. Henry Fayol is known as the father of general management. Okay, he gave us 14 principles of management, which is very universal, which is accepted everywhere, and we common people also apply those principles in our day-to-day life. F.W. Taylor is again, he is also a father, but he is not the father of general management, he is the father of scientific management. Now what is the difference between these two? Henry Fayol gave us a general management, which is based on administration of a company, of an organization. Okay, that is generally acceptable, generally applied in common practice. We use those principles, which is again popularly known as Fayol's 14 principles. Whereas F.W. Taylor, his principles are scientific. Scientific in the sense that his principles are applied in special situations, which is not common. Okay, we common people do not use those. Those are for special circumstances. Okay, we will discuss all these principles in chapter 2. Now come to the definition, which is given by these two people. What Frederick Winslow Taylor said. F.W. Taylor is Frederick Winslow Taylor. Okay, the full name. He said that management is the art of knowing what you want to do and then seeing that they do it in the best and the cheapest way. Now here comes many points. Management is the art. First, what is management? Management means managing. Now management is itself a art. You know what is art? Art is a quality, you can say. Art is a creativity, you can say. Okay, it's a skill. So management is the art of knowing. First you have to know, okay, what you are going to do. First you have to know that. You should know what you want to do. Okay, in future what you will do, you have the idea today only, in present only. So it is the art of knowing what you want to do and then seeing that they do it. They here implies for those people who are working for you. Okay? Management is the art of knowing what you want to do and then seeing that they do it in the best and the cheapest way. See, there is the meaning that management is the skill. Okay, you have to first know that what you want to get done by other people, and you have to also see whether they are doing the work in the best way and also in the cheapest way or not. Okay, this is the first definition. Second, Henry Fayol, what he said? Henry Fayol said, to manage is to forecast. Okay, to manage is to forecast. That means you are going to manage something. Before managing, you have to do some forecast. What is forecasting? Predicting the future. Okay, forecasting, you can also say foresightedness. You should be able to see the future. Okay, to manage is to forecast and to plan. Management means to plan. You have to plan first, to organize, then you have to organize, then you have to command. To command means you are going to command. Whom you will command? The people who are working under you. Okay? To coordinate. What is the meaning of coordinate or coordination? Coordinate means, see, for example, I am giving here which is not connected to it, but I will give it because it will help you to relate. See, say you are thirsty. Okay, you want a glass of water. Now, how you will have the glass of water? Your brain will give you the signal that you are thirsty. And you will do what? Your hand will approach to a glass to take some water. Okay, then you will have the water. Your whole body is coordinating for the single purpose. That means your brain is working for you, your hand is working for you, your mouth is working for you. But what was the purpose? The purpose was that you were thirsty. This is called coordination. That means the purpose is same, but different peoples or different organs are working together to get the purpose fulfilled. Okay, this is called coordination. In an organization, in same way you can see that there are many people. Okay, there are different departments, there are many people under different departments. All of them are working different activities, they are doing different activities. Okay, but what is the purpose? The purpose is ultimately same. The purpose is the common for everyone. The purpose is the objective of the organization, where the coordination is very important. Say your brain gave you the signal that you want a glass of water. You are thirsty, but your hand is not coordinating. Your mouth is not coordinating, then you cannot have the glass of water. So your brain, hand, mouth, everything has to coordinate for fulfilling the purpose. Just like that, in an organization, coordination is very important among all the people, among all the groups. And who is the in charge of all this? The person who is known as manager. Okay. Now see, and to control. Now what to control? To understand this, you have to again move to the first thing, that to manage is to forecast and to plan, to organize. That means whatever you are going to manage, before managing you should have a very clear idea that you have a plan in your hand. After making the plan, you should organize all the resources. Okay, then you have to assemble the people, those people who will work for you, and you have to give them the command that what you want to get done by them. Then you have to see whether they are coordinating or not, and lastly you have to see that they are under control. Now under control means what? It is not that they have to listen to you every time, they have to maintain a discipline. It is not applicable here. Here controlling means that as per your plan, as per your quality, the work is being done. Okay, as per your plan, as per your quality, as per your you can see the capability of the worker, what you have decided, the work is being done. This is called controlling. And if there is, say, deviation, that it is not matching with your planning, then you have to see and find out some corrective measures so that it is corrected on time. Okay, this is called control or controlling. I hope you have understood the definition of management. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, you can send me message. Okay, thank you class.
Subscribe the channel and hit the bell.